Okay, so I've heard this story time and time again in what feels like hundreds of conversations with people who have had the pleasure of mentoring or guiding through their respective growth journeys. And it often starts something like this. I'm going to give this person a name. Let's call her Chloe. Chloe appears to have it all. She's a high achieving professional. She's crushing it in her career. The promotions are coming steadily. Her projects consistently exceed expectations. And the praise from everybody, especially leadership, is constant. She's a tireless worker, often working late. And she's convinced herself that every extra hour is a step closer to her next big win. On the outside, she's a picture of success, a golden bird in a meticulously crafted cage. But there's often a secret, and that secret is tucked away even from herself. And for people like her, that secret is something that they have forgotten. It's a forgotten whisper of a younger self yearning for something else. Perhaps a passion for storytelling through film or dance or music, dismissed years ago by well-meaning adults as impractical and not financially viable. So they've tucked it away, convincing themselves that external validation, the climb up a corporate ladder or somebody else's ladder is enough. I mean, it has to be, right? But then the story unfolds for all of these people. The ground starts to shift, not with this big bang, but with what feels like a slow creep of an insidious tremor. They're overlooked for a promotion that they were certain was theirs. The feedback they start receiving feels less about their performance and more about their personality. Tone it down. Quiet your enthusiasm. You're a bit too much. Or conversely, speak up. Be more. We don't hear enough from you. And suddenly all of that praise feels hollow and is replaced by a sense of being incredibly misunderstood. They feel incredibly alone. They often then double down, working even harder in this desperate attempt to prove their worth, to fit back into that mold. Exhaustion and burnout become a constant companion. But the fear of stepping off of the path, this fear of not knowing what else to do, is far greater a burden. They feel incredibly trapped, like they have no choice but to just keep on searching for another cage. A cage of comfort at a different company in the same field, perhaps. I mean, who can they even talk to about these sometimes suffocating, isolating feelings? So they keep it hidden. A silent struggle that exists behind a very professional and polite smile. But these rejections over time, these subtle digs, these things are increasing the feeling that they aren't truly seen. And it starts to crack something open. A tiny, almost imperceptible fissure in that golden cage. And they find themselves at this crossroads. Either ignore that crack, patch it up, and continue the exhausting charade, or, for the first time and for some people in years, actually get curious. And hesitantly, some choose curiosity. And that's when I hope they find Birds Uncaged. Birds Uncaged is a community that I built to be a nurturing space filled with people who whisper to those stories, me too. People who felt that same professional constraint, success, pushing, and that exhaustion that comes with it of code switching, the pain of being labeled too much or not enough. Now, inside of this sanctuary, those unique perspectives are valued. The contributions are acknowledged, and all of that potential, I hope, feels affirmed, so that you can find that genuine connection and a place where you feel safe enough to be vulnerable. You feel like you found your people. You feel like you found your flock, and realize that you aren't alone. And that the crack in that cage isn't something that you should try and patch up, but you should be curious and see it as an invitation to explore a long suppressed passion, to really consider whether it's worth redefining success on your own terms and instead of somebody else's. And finally, it's this invitation to return to your authentic self so that you can take flight. The thing about the journey is that it feels terrifying, trust me. And it is, but it can also be exhilarating. And I think the key to it is to find comrades in flight, to find other people with whom you can share those little secrets and acknowledge those whispers. And so this is an invitation to get curious about Birds Uncaged. Take the first step today. Check out our new website, explore the offerings, and it might just be right for you.